Hello everyone, Preston here with another video on my channel, Prolix Art. And I just wanted to say thank you for everyone from the last year, because we've done so much last year, as myself as an artist, as you guys as my community, and it's been crazy to see the growth in my community, not just here on YouTube, but also on TikTok and other social media platforms where I've improved my community and growth and connections with all of you. Now, with that, there's been a lot that we've been able to do together, one of which is going through my artwork as illustrations from Zhongling and my Ronnie the Witch being a little bit more crisp and painterly, and getting those nice looking illustrations going through with my artwork where it's at currently, and improving it from where it was at, and getting those nice crisp lines and painterly things that I love doing with my renders, improving throughout the year, getting to the point where I was able to use those skills and try to figure out how I worked on that Silver Dragoon from 2 years ago and implement that into a more cohesive piece with my War Greymon piece that I am so proud of, and seeing how all of the stuff that I've worked on implemented into that. This was allowing me to not only include the line art that I love doing for my daily sketches, but also for my painterly rendering side for my daily paintings and my illustrations that I've done over the years, and finally figuring out a way to mix both of those together. And it's been super cool to see how all of that has worked out. Not only that, but I was also able to meet many of you and other artists that I call my friends at a couple of different conventions. One at Gem State Con and one at Salt Lake FanX. And being able to meet you guys in person throughout those, and seeing all of you enjoy my art and ask what that you can do to help support me in different ways, whether it is to purchase a print at those places or help me out in other ways, like following me here on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, different places. And it was awesome meeting those connections with you guys all across in person, and seeing where things are going to be going for me as a content creator slash artist, as well as a community builder with you guys as my community. I did do one resolution, which was to actually continue my daily sketching intervals, which I loved doing that, and I was able to go through a full sketchbook again this year, and that was because I had a bigger sketchbook and I filled the page. I didn't just go through and sketch a little thing, went to the next page. I filled pages of my sketchbook, as you can see in my past videos about my sketchbook tour and how all of that has affected me, and bringing that into having another sketchbook, which I'm almost done with already, and getting closer to maybe making another sketchbook tour. I was able to then use all my skills I've learned from sketching and illustrating, and actually continue my work as a freelance illustrator here and there, with keeping my funds up and moving things forward throughout the majority of the year, even though I had a day job. But having these conventions and these freelance gigs that I had helped me be able to push my student loans that I had down, and being able to feel a little bit more control in my life versus the amount that I was able to accrue during my college years. But I am super grateful for those freelance gigs that I was also able to do, because I also used those as opportunities to learn how the industry actually works in the marketing sense, as well as in the illustration sense, because that's mainly what they were. I was working as a freelancer for a illustrative marketing group, and having those skills I learned from them improved myself in tenfold. And you guys could probably see that from the amount of work that I was dishing out, because I didn't put out a lot of my work because I was working so much on NDA stuff and working through different projects. So I don't have many personal pieces this past year, but I have so many sketches and so many different projects that I've worked on and finished. I'm excited to see where those projects go. Though I was working freelance, almost full-time, things went down. Like many other people that were going through layoffs and such, I was not immune to that. I lost my day job. I lost my contract work because there was layoffs and budget cuts and who knows what. And that happened to a lot of other people throughout the industry, from Cartoon Network to so many others that improved the gaming communities. They all were let go at some point, and that brought talent to the forefront of the world. And then we dealt with a lot of people bringing on the AI art revolution, from what they call it, and making it difficult for artists to continue making those commission works that I relied on a lot. That's where things changed for me, is closer to the end of the year. And through all of that, I was able to continue working on not only platforms like this here on YouTube, but also on TikTok and Instagram and even my Twitter. And all of those started to grow this community more, and I'm so appreciative for that. Seeing several of you continually message and comment on my videos and posts and things, and seeing where I can go as a community builder on these platforms is so awesome to see what's going on. That I'm excited for what this next year has, even though it's still scary. Because the future is scary, and I'm excited for the change and worried about the change and seeing where things has happen. But I'm excited for this community's growth. Without this community, I wouldn't have friends that have supported me throughout this past year and continuing into this year. People that are in the comments in these videos, in my Discord, in their own Discords, my TikTok friends, and so on and so forth. And people that I've actually been able to meet in person because of conventions being open again. It was super exciting to be able to do all of this and see you guys and get this support and friendship and fellowship throughout the arts, because that's what we need now, is this fellowship, because of what's going on with the AI situation and what's going on with the jobs that are going and what's happening. We need to support each other, and that's one thing I am excited for with all of this that's going on. Now, let's bring it back to 2023, the year where it still feels like it's 2020, but we're going through and moving things forward, because time is still working and we still have time and resolutions we need to succeed and grow and make growth for ourselves. So my first one, and the biggest one that I have that kind of occurs frequently every year, is I want to improve my portfolio, to be diverse in my portfolio, not just having these extravagant illustrations that I can bring to convention to show you guys what I've done and improve not only this community but also teach you guys, but the illustrations and concepts that would work for me to have actually get into a full-time career as an artist, whether it is in game dev or animation or even here on YouTube, and possibly get that moving forward for myself, which that is my second resolution, is to become a full-time artist, whether it is, like I said, here on YouTube or in game development. My goal will always be to work with Square Enix at some level, whether it is to be commissioned because of them wanting to advertise their new game through my channel, or work for them as a developer, as an artist with them, to work with Nomura and so many others that I would love to do that. That is my dream job, but sometimes you have to take baby steps. So getting into some game development company within the next year would be phenomenal for me. Now with that, I need to get better at making art, and one thing, which is my third resolution, could help out with is work on improving the speed that I do with most of my sketches. Now speed has always been an issue for me when it comes to my art, mainly because I have to slow down quite a bit when it comes to that, when my wrist is hurting from working on art daily and working out how things are going, because I have some wrist issues from drawing so much in college and forcing myself to stay up and doing that and trying to work that out. And hopefully, with the speed and the processes that I go forward with on these drawing things, I can actually work on my fourth resolution, which is actually getting to do more sketchbook spreads. So a whole story in my daily life. Use it as a journal again, where I used to do it when I was a kid, using my sketchbook as a journal of images and things I would see on the daily and draw those out and bring you guys into my life a little bit with what I see as I draw things from life. But bringing it back to my fifth resolution on how my hand is and my wrist is, I wanted to try getting more into being physically active. I've been going to the gym for the past 3.5 years now, and I've been consistent with that, but I want to continue being that consistency and trying to move things forward with trying to improve my physical aspects for drawing specifically, because when you have a healthy physical body where things aren't hurting when you're drawing, or when things feel good when you're working out, you are actually getting into a better mentality for art. That can actually help you improve your imagination and so forth when it comes to your art, your creativity, your illustrations, your colors. The art is helped when your body is physically and mentally healthy, and I'm wanting to work on becoming better with being those health benefits that I'm looking for in this next year. So that means I'm going to need to become more physically active, or if I'm needing to, I need to stretch more. I need to get my body into better mental states with yoga or meditation, and these can all help me out with making better content and illustrations for you guys to enjoy. And I love being able to make people happy with the art that I want to make and the art that I want you guys to see me make. Now for the final resolution, which I think is going to come here soon, is going to be to get 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube by the end of 2023. Now, I am getting really close on that with the help of shorts and how frequently those actually help with improving my skills and how things have been and giving me a reason to draw on the daily. But I want to get to that to help me out with my earlier goals, like becoming full-time as an artist. And that's only because that is my dream job, is to be an artist. And I want to be able to do that as frequently as possible and as quickly as possible, because I don't want to feel like I'm in a job where I'm not doing something worthwhile for myself. And I know anyone doesn't want to do that. I don't want to do that, obviously. And I think that you guys can help me out with that. So if you do like what you saw today, remember, like, comment, and of course, subscribe. But also, if you guys want to help me out in other ways, I do have a Patreon and a Ko-fi now. So if you want to help support me in these goals that I've listed off today for these resolutions and help me out, you can always check those out. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys all again next time.